few weeks ago, I was on my Discord Ask Me Anything session. If you don't know, I do those basically every month. One of the questions I received was about how I organize my projects. And so today, I'm going to tell you about my project template. Hello everyone, my name is Grant Collins. I am a cybersecurity student. Projects, to me at least, are very important to learn and really reinforce the concepts that I'm learning within class and within online courses. And so I always highly stress students do projects because, at least in my perspective, they really help me out with understanding the concept and actually applying what I'm learning, not just taking notes in an online course. Now, there is going to be a free download. There's going to be no email. You don't need to put in your email or anything. It's just a free download with a free template about how I organize my projects. If you don't really even care about any commentary within this video, which I totally understand, just click that link and you have what you need to maybe start a project yourself with a project template. But if you do care about how I organize my projects a little bit more in depth. Basically, I break down my projects into 4 or 5 different phases, starting with phase number 1, which is the research phase. When it comes to a project idea, first I think about, okay, what do I need to learn? What domain am I interested in at this very moment, and what do I need to learn? Right now I'm doing my Linux project, and I want to learn Linux. I want to learn more about how to learn Linux efficiently, not just echo hi. So I usually go into my research phase thinking about something or a general idea about what I want to learn. And I use 2 resources within my research phase. I use older people I know, like older classmates, older students, and people within the industry. I ask them, like, what are some project ideas? What are some online resources that you guys have used when learning this, for instance, like Linux? And I also just reference online, referencing on different resources, different projects, and honestly, I find so many different ideas on Reddit and Quora. I mean, those are really good resources for me anyways when it comes to projects. So I get my research done, I kind of type down a document about, okay, here's an idea here, here's an idea here, and kind of congregate them into one particular document. After conducting some thorough research, at least enough research for me, I go ahead and organize the complexity behind the project or courses. Now, I always like to start out with the introductory course, logically, of course, and then go down into the more complex stuff by the time I'm, whatever, halfway or at the final project. I always like to do some more complex stuff. So I look at the complexity of the project in the course and basically put it in order from easy to hardest. And so I basically just put this in a document and I say, okay, this project's probably going to be probably the easiest, and this project's going to be a little bit more intense. After that, I organize an overall statement for me. So I say something to the ends of like the ability to learn Linux to enhance my terminal use. I don't really know where I'm going with that, but usually I go with some sort of overview or mission statement about what I'm trying to accomplish within the project. And this just really helps me realign with the focus when I'm like lost and I think, what's the point of learning this project? What's the point of doing this? I go back to that overall statement, that mission statement, and that kind of just helps me realign with the idea of what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to learn. And then after that, I go through levels and projects. Levels are basically any online or book resource that I use. So it's a learning material, and I'm learning, I'm taking notes, and that's basically all I'm doing. I'm learning and I'm taking notes and I'm thoroughly understanding what's going on within the course. That's a level. And then projects or mini projects are applying what I learned within a course, within a resource, applying that to a real world project. And usually what I do is I say, okay, I'm gonna do level 1, project 1, level 2, project 2. And so basically I'm kind of going through, instead of going through 3 levels and 3 projects, I'm kind of making sure I understand the basics, and I do a basic project, and then I'm going to do a mid-level and then a mid-level project. And that just, again, it's just for me personally, it just helps me organize what I'm learning, and I'm able to really digest and take in information and apply the information to real world scenarios. So basically that's how I organize my projects. It's not very complex. Of course, there's always maybe a little bit of editing throughout the process, but I always write an overview document of what I'm trying to do at the beginning of my project. I don't just go right into a course or right into a mini project. I outline what I'm trying to do within this overall document, and then I reference it, and it's subject to edit, but I reference it throughout the project. So then I don't have to worry about what I'm trying to do, and I'm not jumping from course A to course B to course C and then thinking, why am I never learning anything? That's how I do it. If you guys are interested in learning more about my projects, go ahead, download that editable PDF, and you can go ahead and just start with whatever project you want to do. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys have found this helpful. If you have, please consider subscribing, and have a good day.